Hey everybody, welcome to Bedtime Stories with Pastor Kyle and my girls, Izzy and Ellie. Tonight we're going to do The Forgiving Prince. And you kiddos see this beautiful coat of many colors. This is the story of Joseph. Oh, well then we better get into it. Here we go. Jacob had 12 sons, but all of his sons, Joseph was the favorite. One day Jacob gave Joseph a splendid new robe. It was beautiful and rich with all the colors of the rainbow. But it made Joseph's brothers very jealous. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're all the brothers. You see all the brothers over there? Look how angry they are. Can everyone do their best jealous face?
That's what I do. I go, and then I start crying.
Oh, how about you, Izzy? Do you have a jealous face? All right. And then to make matters worse, Joseph kept having these special dreams. I dreamed I was the greatest. I was the king, Joseph told his brothers. Uh-oh, do you think they're going to be happy about that?
No.
Now, I'm sure you know, even if Joseph didn't, that telling your brothers things like that isn't a very good idea. Joseph's brothers hated him even more. Can you do an angry face? They wanted to kill Joseph, end all of his dreams. And one day, that's exactly what they tried to do. They tore Joseph's rainbow-colored robe off him and sold him to slave traders for 20 pieces of silver. Oh. Kids, I don't know if you can see the picture, but Joseph is being taken down to Egypt. The traders took Joseph to Egypt and made him into a slave. The brothers went home and they lied to their dad, telling him that Joseph was dead. That's the end of that dreamer, they thought. But they were wrong. You see, God had a magnificent dream for Joseph's life. And even when it looked like everything had gone wrong, God would use it all to make the dream come true. God would use everything that was happening to Joseph to do something good. Meanwhile, though, things were not looking good for Joseph down in Egypt. He was far from home and from his dad and his family. Then he got blamed for something he didn't do. And even though he had done nothing wrong, he was punished and thrown in jail. But God didn't leave Joseph. One night, Pharaoh, who's the king of Egypt, had a scary dream. Have you ever had a scary dream?
Yes.
Me too. How about you, Izzy? A scary dream. All right. Oh, okay, gotcha. In his scary dream, it was about thin cows that ate up fat cows. What on earth did that mean? He didn't know, but Joseph was a dream expert. So Pharaoh sent for Joseph. It means a famine is coming, Joseph explained. There won't be enough food for everyone. Pharaoh was so pleased at Joseph's ability to understand dreams that he immediately took Joseph out of jail and made him a prince. Now back home, Joseph's brothers had run out of food, and everyone was very hungry. So God's special family was in danger. If they didn't get any food soon, they would die. So Joseph's brothers traveled down to Egypt to buy food. They came and they knelt before a new prince. His brothers didn't know the prince was actually Joseph. But Joseph knew who they were. Joseph's dream, the one about his brothers bowing down, do you remember that? It was coming true now. It's me, Joseph cried. When they saw that it was Joseph, the brothers were afraid. They had wronged Joseph very badly. They had sinned and they knew it. Now Joseph would certainly punish them since he was the prince. But Joseph looked at his brothers and his eyes filled with tears. And even though his brothers had hurt him and hated him and wanted him dead, in spite of everything, he couldn't stop loving them. His heart, which had been broken, filled up with love, and Joseph forgave his brothers. Joseph threw his arms around them. Don't be afraid, he said. Behind what you were doing, underneath everything that happened, God was doing something good. God was making everything right again. He was using it all. Joseph didn't punish them. He rescued them. He brought God's special family to live safely with him in Egypt. And one day, God would send another prince, a young prince whose heart would break. Like Joseph, he would leave his home and his father. His brothers would hate him and want him dead. He would be sold for pieces of silver. He would be punished even though he had done nothing wrong. Did you see it? But God would use everything that happened to this young prince, even the bad things, to do something very, very good. To forgive the sins of the whole world. Joseph shows us Jesus. And so that's the end of our story tonight, kids. And tomorrow night we're going to hear about how God comes to the rescue. Have a good night.